Hi everybody, I wanted to share this junk journal. This one has a lot. This has a lot of pages. Originally someone asked me to make a journal for their parents' 43rd anniversary, so I made two of them and she chose the other one. So this one does have a lot of information. I did put this here and it says journal, but it can be removed so you can add whatever you like on that section. This is leather. There are a lot of pages to this, so I wanted to share that with you. I used leather straps here and then added some beads right there on the tie. On this very first page it says Know Your Heart. So I have a lot of embellishments and I have a lot of recycled material. Like that right there is some lace, and then I add this little ribbon around it. And I use this little picture frame that my sister gave me. Okay, the second page, there's some leftover ribbon there. I put it and then I added a brad. And I always like to color the brad so you don't know that it's a brad there. And here's a little folder here and it says Together. When I say recycle, this is what I mean by recycle. This folder was an old thank you card. I don't like to throw it away, so I always add it and color it up with other material. This happens to be tissue paper, so that's what I use there. Then here's one of the pullouts, and this is where you can add some more pictures to it. So it's really cool. And then I think right here I actually sew with some thread I have around the edges. I just like that look, and I added some brads here at the top. And then I like to put little places where you can write what the memory's about on this particular page. And then this one's just a simple page, but I added some ribbon there. I use this edger that I like that look, and then here's some more brads there at the top. These are the little jewelry bags when you go to the jeweler and they give you samples. So it says Everyday's Adventure, and I put some brads there to hold it together. These are just little things to add little notes, you know, or some pictures, whatever works. So I added 3 of them, and I just put some extra, I don't know what kind of thread this is. I'm sure I got it from something that was recycled. I added a lot of embossed pieces, and I like to color them, so there's some flowers there, and then some ribbon around the page. I also started using napkins, so I love these napkins. I found them at Tuesday morning, and I actually started using my sewing machine, so I sewed around. And then there's the napkins. It just feels good. I love that texture. And then down here is some lace. I added some thread around it, and it opens up. There's a little picture frame, so you can add pictures there. And it says Remember. On this side I had some extra frames. I put that on. This is another napkin, or actually it's the same napkin. I just used it different ways. I like to cut them out. And then I sewed around the page. I always like to do that by hand because it gives it a really creative junk journal look. These pages are simple. Some of them I didn't add anything to them because I wanted the person, whoever purchased this, to add their own creativity on it. This does say Stay Classy, and I added some brads there on the corner. Here's just a simple page, places to put pictures. And then here, another place, and I just like that saying, if I had a flower for every time I thought of you, I could walk in my garden forever. And it's Alfred Lord Tennyson. And since this was an anniversary journal initially, I went ahead and put that saying in there and added this, added these flowers on there. And then here is another mini folder. Again, there's some thread I used. This is cool. I actually got these pieces and I sewed around with that thread, and this one here I just made it come up a little bit, and I just made middle knots when I sewed that around. This looks really cool. This has real leather here, and then a place there to put pictures, and then some really cool bling I bought there. And then these right here are some gears that my sister sent me. We send to each other different fun things that we collect. And then this is just a blank page, again, 2-page layout. That's for whoever purchased this book. They can add their own creativity on that. And then this is fun to mention. That was actually an old carpet I had. I washed it and the backing was horrible. It fell apart. So I relined a couple of chairs and I had some extra material. So I used this as a folder and I reinforced it. And it has pull-out. So right here you can add more pictures on this as you like, and very creative. And it says Together we, and I can't see because I have my glasses on, we are family. I don't know if that's exactly what it says, but I apologize. Okay, here's another folder. I added some ribbon I had here, and then I just, on the edges here, I just sewed this around the corners just to give it another look. So this one did take a little bit longer. I like to do custom order books because I really put some extra work in and style into it. Here are some little stones I had. This is Home Sweet Home. Okay, this page is blank, but on this side I added a folder I sewed around with some thread. I added some napkin over here on this page, and I just loved this craft paper. So left that there to add some creativity. Here's a little mini folder. So pull this out, add photos, and then back here is an embosser I have with trees. And then I liked this craft paper I had, and I put something behind it just to give it some extra sturdiness. And you can see some of this ribbon I put in the middle. You can see my edgers. And this was a stamp. I just stamped it on that and added some of this embellishments I had in my box of goodies. I know you're wondering, why do I have so many blank pages? I do that because someone has suggested they like those blank pages to add their own creative stuff. So I left a few in this book because there are a lot of pages. This is really cool. I like this. This is the holiday one, or for Christmas. And so what I did was I added a little mini folder in here, and I just like it. So I added some gems right here. That's a star, and I think that says peace. And then when you open it up, you can add more photos. It says, don't forget to get the ugly sweater contest. Here's another place to add more photos. Fun. These are from Christmas cards. I use everything. When I say recycle, I mean recycle. Another place, and then finally here in the back, that's one of my embossers. Santa Claus going down the chimney, and I colored it, so it looks really cool. And that way you can put it in here and have those memories as well. Okay, this is some wide ribbon I have, so I put it behind some paper so you can add more photos there. And then here's some new ribbon that I just bought and some bling here at the top. And then this I found, you know, I'm a clearance person, so I found that the clearance, and it just says Family Fun, and I sewed around it. I like to add these little corners so people can know where to put the picture. I know that sounds silly, but sometimes they have a hard time finding out where to put it. These two pages, I loved the paper, so it was hard to cover it. So what I did was I just put a small one here, and then I added here in the area that, you know, didn't cover up too many of the flowers. It's just a little vellum envelope, and there's little love notes in there. So just simple, but kept the nice creative paper as the background. Okay, I love retro. So here are some old pattern books that I found, and I printed them. And of course I found them on the ones that you can print for free. You don't ever want to step on anyone's toes, copyright toes. So you can open them up, and then you can see there places to put pictures. And this is the last page. This is new ribbon. Turquoise is my favorite color, so I put that there with the flowers and a place to maybe say some last comments. So that's it for this one. Thank you so much for stopping by, and you have a wonderful day.